The Thief, His Wife and the Canoe. Was it any good? Well, I'm going to tell you all about it. There will be spoilers in this video, so if you haven't seen it, do go and check it out and then come back and see what you think. I'm going to leave my rating to the end. So if you haven't seen this channel before, you'll know that I give it a rating, and it's going to be a rating of 1 to 5 frames. 1 frame being rubbish, 5 frames being not too bad at all, in fact pretty good. So if you want to hear what my rating is of this show, then wait until the end of the video. So first of all, I'm going to be talking about the film itself. It's based on a true story. It's based on a story of a man who spends more money than he has. It goes beyond his means, and he puts himself in a lot of debt. Him and his wife in a lot of debt. And so the way that he decides that he's going to deal with this is to fake his own death, and then his wife will be able to claim on the insurance money that will clear their debt, and then they will be able to go back to life as normal. Now, of course, if you see this movie, if you've read the original story, if you've seen the original story, or the original story this is based on, if you've heard the original thing that happened with the case, then you will think, this guy, what was he thinking? What was he thinking that he would get away with something like this? But I guess maybe he thought he would. Anyway, stars Eddie Marsan as John Darwin and Monica Dolan as Anne Darwin. Now, Monica Dolan, I have to say, she looks really good. She looks a lot like Anne Darwin when she was in makeup with the silver hair and stuff like that. If you see her in real life, completely different look. You know, she really did look incredibly well, incredibly good for this this TV show. Eddie Marsan, great. He played John Darwin fantastically well, and I think both of them together was a fantastic casting. You know, they had great chemistry together. They fired off each other really well, and you know, when I started watching it, there's a few episodes in the series. I did think at first, I thought, this is how far in advance are they going, or how far back are they going to go before they begin the story? But they actually started the story pretty quick, to the point where he was going to be faking his own death. I thought that they would go back maybe a year and have him showing him all this, spending all this money and living beyond his means and buying these houses. But no, they actually kept quite close to the point of where he decided he was going to fake his own death, which was fantastic. I thought that was great. You know, they went almost straight into it, which is good. You know, you don't want too much of a preamble. You want to be able to just go into it, get into the story, get into the meat of the thing, and then just go for it from there, which I thought was really good. I thought they did a great idea there. And so you see these two going through this this process of how he's going to fake his own death, and her listening to his idea, and it does seem a completely crazy idea, but you know, this happened in real life, and he decided to do it, and I think it was a fantastically well recorded and well shot. I thought you know, you have good shots of him being on his own on the seafront, and you have very nice camera angles of Anne Darwin, you know, alone in the house, and you know, really upset and conflicted by the different emotions that she's got. You know, she wants him to tell the truth. She wants him to come clean and say that he did fake his own death, but at the same time, she also wants to support him and give him the opportunity to make this plan work. So you can see the confliction there, and Monica Dolan was fantastic in this role. She did a great job. And you know, I'm not one of those that watches a lot of ITV or even BBC One, but I wanted to cover this because I thought, you know, sometimes ITV do pull out these good drama series, and this was one of them. They certainly had a very good storyline. It was very well paced all the way through it, and it was one of the better TV series I've seen coming out of ITV, I have to say, because while it was, you know, it's not one of those action-packed TV shows. I mean, there are bits of action in it, but it's quite well paced. It's kind of solemn at times when you especially when you're dealing with Anne Darwin and her feelings and what she's going through. You know, sometimes it goes along quite slowly and a little bit solemn, but you get caught up in it. You get caught up in this man's crazy scheme of how he's going to save himself financially. And you know, you think to yourself, I was sitting there thinking, he's going to fake his own death. He's going to pretends to his children that he's dead. He wants his wife to go along with this and to along with the family as well to tell them that he's dead. This is insane, but it did work very well. And I think that, you know, it was also very just the right amount of TV shows. You know, the TV episodes, I should say. They didn't pad it out too much. They didn't put too much into it. It worked really well. But I would love to hear your ideas and your thoughts on this show, whether you thought it worked out really well, whether you didn't. I think the casting was excellent. You had Mark Stanley as Mark Darwin, you had Dominic Applewhite as Anthony Darwin. They worked out very well. They did a great job together as well. And, you know, you see both sides of it. You see his attempt at trying to, you know, get away with this tactic. You see Anne Darwin's trying to keep it all together and trying to, you know, put on a brave face for her family, even though she knows what's going on. And then you get the chief, you know, the inspector, the police inspector, trying to solve this issue and trying to solve this mystery. And the whole thing together worked really well. You get a good balance between both sides. You get to see both sides of the coin. But let me know what you think in the comment section, whether you loved this show or whether you didn't. And if you did like this episode, then please do remember to like and subscribe. It helps with the algorithm and all that kind of stuff. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't give you my rating. Sorry about that. Well, how would I rate this show? How would I rate it? I think, given, as I said before, 1 frame is bad, 5 frames fantastic, I would put this maybe about a 3.5 frames. I know, am I doing halves at this early stage? I don't know. I'll give it 3. I'll give it 3 because I think that there were times when I think it should have been perhaps slightly faster paced, and it did slow down too much at certain times. But I'm going to give it a solid 3, maybe a 4 if I'm on a good day. But let me know what you think. What would you have rated The Thief, His Wife and the Canoe? Let me know in the comments. Bye bye.